What if I told you that a beloved former San Francisco 49ers player is still on the free agent market, and his return to the Bay Area has become a hot topic among fans and teammates alike? Welcome, everyone. I'm Brock, your go-to commentator for all things 49ers. Today, we're diving deep into the intriguing situation surrounding Deebo Samuel, the wide receiver who carved out a special place in our hearts and our offense. I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And what are your thoughts on the possibility of Deebo coming back? Make sure to drop your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and share with your fellow 49ers fans. As it stands, Deebo Samuel remains a free agent, leaving many to speculate where he might land for the 2026 season. His recent Instagram post, cryptically stating, "Let the chips fall where they may," only adds to the intrigue. What does that mean for his future? Two of his former teammates, Kyle Juszczyk and George Kittle, have openly expressed their desire to see him return to the 49ers, indicating that there is still a warm reception waiting for him in San Francisco. Juszczyk even cheekily mentioned, "I have a guest house with your name on it," while Kittle reinforced that notion with, "I also have a guest house labeled Deebo's second home." However, let's not get ahead of ourselves. While the sentiment from his former teammates is heartwarming, it's crucial to assess the reality of the situation. After a less-than-stellar stint with the Washington Commanders, where Samuel recorded just 727 receiving yards and a career-low 10.1 yards per reception in 2025, questions about his viability as a top-tier offensive weapon have certainly surfaced. His 2021 season was nothing short of spectacular, 1,770 scrimmage yards and 14 touchdowns, but he hasn't been able to replicate that level of production since. Now, at 30 years old, the question is whether he can still be the dynamic playmaker he once was. The NFL landscape has evolved, and so have the expectations for players in his position. With the 49ers having revamped their wide receiver room this offseason by adding talents like Mike Evans and Christian Kirk, as well as drafting De'Zhaun Stribling, it raises the stakes for Samuel. Would he be willing to come back and compete for a role, or has he moved on from the West Coast dream? The 49ers have a clear vision for their offensive strategy moving forward, especially after the exits of Jauan Jennings and Kendrick Bourne. They need players who can not only fill those gaps but also thrive in Kyle Shanahan's system, which has historically maximized Samuel's talents. While a reunion seems unlikely given the team's recent acquisitions and Samuel's own desire for a fresh start after his tenure in Washington, the fact that his old teammates are still openly advocating for him speaks volumes about his impact in the locker room. However, let's be honest, bringing Samuel back isn't just about nostalgia. The 49ers must weigh the potential value he could bring against the risk of investing in a player whose best days may be behind him. Would it be a smart move to re-sign a player who has struggled to maintain consistent production, or should they continue to build around the new talent they've brought in this offseason? As fans, we have every right to be skeptical yet hopeful. Samuel was a fan favorite for good reason, but the reality is that his stock has dropped significantly. That said, in the right system with the right support, he could still be a valuable contributor. Whether he decides to consider a return to San Francisco remains to be seen, but the affection shown by his former teammates certainly sets the stage for a compelling storyline. So what do you think, 49ers faithful? Would you welcome Deebo Samuel back with open arms? Or is it time to let the past stay in the past? I want to hear your thoughts. Comment below with your opinions, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all things 49ers. As we look ahead, the saga of Deebo Samuel continues to unfold, and whether he dons the red and gold again will be a narrative worth following. The 49ers have a bright future ahead, and with the right decisions, they could be on their way to reclaiming their place at the top of the league. Let's hope they make the right call.